for the introduction of tonight's All-Stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the All-Stars. First, the National League, the coaches. From the San Diego Padres, manager Bruce Bochy. From the San Francisco Giants, manager Dusty Baker. Now the players. From the Arizona Diamondbacks, pitcher Curt Schilling. From the Atlanta Braves, pitcher John Burkett. From the Chicago Cubs, pitcher John Lieber. From the Cincinnati Reds, first baseman Sean Casey. From the Colorado Rockies, pitcher Mike Hampton. From the Florida Marlins, catcher Charles Johnson. And outfielder Cliff Floyd. From the Houston Astros, pitcher Billy Wagner. Outfielder Lance Berkman. And outfielder Moises Alou. From the Los Angeles Dodgers, pitcher Jeff Shaw. And pitcher Chan Ho Park. From the Milwaukee Brewers, pitcher Ben Sheets. From the Montreal Expos, outfielder Vladimir Guerrero. From the New York Mets, pitcher Rick Reed. From the Philadelphia Phillies, shortstop Jimmy Rollins. From the Pittsburgh Pirates, outfielder Brian Giles. From the St. Louis Cardinals, third baseman Albert Pujols. And pitcher Matt Morris. And for the San Diego Padres, outfielder and honorary All-Star Tony Gwynn. Third baseman Phil Nevin. And first baseman Ryan Klesko. Now let's meet the American League All-Stars. First, the coaches. From the Seattle Mariners, manager Lou Piniella. From the Kansas City Royals, manager Tony Muser. And now the players. From the Anaheim Angels, third baseman Troy Glaus. Pitcher Troy Percival. From the Chicago White Sox, outfielder Maglio Ordonez. From the Cleveland Indians, second baseman Roberto Alomar. From the Detroit Tigers, first baseman Tony Clark. From the Kansas City Royals, first baseman Mike Sweeney. From the Minnesota Twins, shortstop Christian Guzman. Pitcher Eric Milton. And pitcher Joe Mays. From the New York Yankees, shortstop Derek Jeter. Catcher Jorge Posada. Pitcher Mike Stanton. Pitcher Andy Pettit. And outfielder Bernie Williams. From the Oakland Athletics, first baseman Jason Giambi. From the Seattle Mariners, pitcher Kazuhiro Sasaki. Pitcher Freddie Garcia. Pitcher Jeff Nelson. And outfielder Mike Kimbrell. From the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, outfielder Greg Vaughn. And from the Toronto Blue Jays, pitcher Paul Quantrill. Now, let's meet the National League manager and starting lineup. The manager from the New York Mets, Bobby Valentine. Leading on from the Arizona Diamondbacks, center fielder Luis Gonzalez. Batting second from the Colorado Rockies, first baseman Todd Helton. Batting third from the San Francisco Giants, left fielder Barry Bonds. Batting fourth from the Chicago Cubs, right fielder Sammy Sosa. Batting fifth from the Colorado Rockies, designated hitter Larry Walker. Batting sixth from the New York Mets, catcher Mike Piazza. Batting seventh from the Atlanta Braves, third baseman Chipper Jones. Batting eighth from the San Francisco Giants, second baseman Jeff Hint. And batting ninth from the San Francisco Giants, shortstop Rich Aurelia. National League starting pitcher warming up in the bullpen from the Arizona Diamondbacks, Randy Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2001 National League All-Stars. Now, let's meet the American League manager and starting lineup. The manager from the New York Yankees, Joe Torre. Leading on from the Seattle Mariners, center fielder Ichiro Suzuki. Batting second from the Texas Rangers shortstop, Alex Rodriguez. Batting third from the Boston Red Sox, left fielder Manny Ramirez. Batting fourth from the Seattle Mariners, second baseman Brett Boone. Batting fifth from the Cleveland Indians, right fielder Juan Gonzalez. Batting sixth from the Seattle Mariners, first baseman John Olerud. Batting seventh from the Seattle Mariners, designated hitter Edgar Martinez. Batting eighth from the Baltimore Orioles, third baseman Cal Ripken Jr. And batting ninth for the Texas Rangers, the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez. Pitching for the American League and warming up in the bullpen for the New York Yankees, Roger Clemens. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2001 American League All-Stars.
Tom, nice job. I sure hope these fans are worn out. They will have plenty more opportunities to cheer tonight. 72nd All-Star game rolls on. The national anthem when we come back.
The long jump.